Welcome to Black Gods of Yahweh Media. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Praise YHWH. And we're in the power of, and the glory of, and the good of YHWH, Yahweh. In the name of YHWH, Beit Noom Sofit, YHWH, Yahweh ben Yahweh. Today we're going to talk about the age of enlightenment, the age of awakening, and the age of blindness. All three of those are folded up and wrapped into one. Now, most of you know that there are a lot of people on social media that I have the greatest of respect for. I appreciate what they're doing, and I support them 1,000% because they have their roles to play and they're doing good work for the people, regardless to what you feel about all of them or some of them personally. They are bringing forth the age of enlightenment and the awakening of our people to the real conversation of reparations, awakening our people to the political tangibles in which we will no longer vote for those without physical results or resolutions, the awakening to black politicians who use our vote, our vigor, and our power to get programs and money and entitlements for other races. People like Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, AOC, who are just using black people to get money and to give wealth and power to illegal immigrants and Asians and the LGBTQ. The awakening of the fact that there is no black and brown coalition. We're all by ourselves. The awakening to the hidden hand of racism of the Democratic Party. The awakening to the fact that there are those who come to our country who look like us, but are openly trying to replace us. I have the utmost respect for these three individuals, and I'm just using them because I believe they're the top tier amongst the grassroots in social media. But there are others out there, so I don't want to exclude them. But there's one thing missing, and that's Yahweh. Now, many of our speakers and our leaders at the grassroots level, they use the Bible as it pertains to putting out information or how it's wrapped up uniquely in their message that they're bringing forth. But they're not into it fully. They just use certain scriptures that pretty much proves their point. And I don't have a problem with that. When I say the knowledge of Yahweh, the first thing that comes to mind, because they've heard this before. They've heard that we are true Israel, that we are the tribe of YAHUDAH, Judah, that we are really the people of the Bible. But they consider it just to be another form of Christianity and religion. That is not the knowledge of Yahweh. That is not the knowledge of Yahweh. That is not the same as any other religious group. You must believe on the name of Yahweh, YHWH, and his son, YHWH Beit Noom Sofit, YHWH, Yahweh ben Yahweh. I'm going to show you why in this video. And I want you to take the time to watch the whole video. Because after I talk about the age of awakening and enlightenment, I'm going to talk about the age in which people can't see something that's right in front of their face. The age of blindness. Once again, I have the utmost respect for all three of these individuals. I continue to watch them to get my information, and I support what they say. Things are changing, and it is biblical. And you know what we always do about this time. I'm going to go to Ezekiel 34 and 28. And they shall no more be a prey to the heathen, the so-called Black American who is true Israel. Neither shall the beasts of the land devour them, but they shall dwell safely, and none shall make them afraid. We are being devoured, and we are prey to the heathen. But you can see this age of enlightenment that's moving. You can see the change. Our people are no longer being deceived by these nations and corporations through politics and the media. We're starting to wake up. We are being devoured, but that's slowly changing. Jeremiah 30 and 8. For it shall come to pass that in that day, said the Lord thy God, YHWH, Yahweh of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him, of us. So we're waking up to the fact that we have been used by the Democratic Party and other special interest groups to support and build up everyone but ourselves. And those strangers are open enemies, and those who come across the water just to be like them, who put businesses in our neighborhood, who use our fight and our protest and our vote to get something for them and never nothing for us. That's changing. We're in the age of enlightenment, in the age of an awakening. This is happening. Now, I'm going to go into the age of blindness. I'm going to show you how that there was a man who existed in your time that done everything that you cry about today. Every so-called Black leader who talks about we need our own community, we need our own economics, we need to separate, we need businesses, we need schools. Everything that you ever asked for has been done. You don't have to talk about Marcus Garvey and Black Wall Street and Rosewood and Harlem and Wilmington, North Carolina, and all of these places. It's been done in the 80s and 90s, right in front of your nose. I'm going to show you images that was created by Yahweh ben Yahweh in the nation of Yahweh in the 80s and 90s in our time. And everything that you asked for and that you desire has already been done. Close to the time that you're talking about. There was already a Black Wall Street. This happened in Miami and in Georgia and other places in the U.S. I'm going to show you images that have been removed from the internet and removed from mainstream media. I'm going to show you the wealth and the building of a group of people led by our master teacher and Messiah, who did everything that every Black leader, every B1, every pro-Black individual is steady asking for. Right here in the 90s, the nation of Yahweh owned the Barclay Hotel. They owned a Barclay Hotel. Here you see Yahweh Hotel, 7350 Biscayne Boulevard, Miami, Florida. This was in the 80s and 90s. Yahweh, 79th Street Hotel. Here's another image of the Barclay Hotel. This was done recently. It wasn't done in Black Wall Street. Here's YHWH, Economic Inn Motel. You can see it here. YHWH International Convention Center. YHWH's Truck Lines had his own trucking company, the Nation of YHWH. I've actually made videos about this, but I know our people's attention span is short, so it is a refresher course. I do this all the time. YHWH's Distribution Center. This was a distribution center created by the so-called Black American in Miami, Florida, and in the rest of the United States. YHWH's Grocery Warehouse, open to the public. YHWH Community Grocery, Queens, New York. We had, in the 80s and 90s, grocery stores, trucking companies, hotels, everything that you asked for, the foundational so-called Black American who is really Israel had that. YHWH's Grocery and Meat Market, St. Louis, Missouri. Grand opening, YHWH Grocery. YHWH's Grocery, open to the public. This is in Atlanta, Georgia. This is one of the images and from the books that the Nation of YHWH put out. YHWH Grocery, Miami, Florida. As you can see here. YHWH Grocery, photo 2, Miami, Florida. Atlanta, Georgia. This was in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to look 100 years ago to find a productive, self-sufficient Black community created by foundational Black Americans who is truly Israel here in America. YHWH's Dock Room Photo Lab. YHWH's Tractor Trailer and Limousine Company in the background here. Do your research. YHWH's Limousine Service. YHWH's fleet of diesel buses. Also had transportation. YHWH's mail department. As you see here, you see the brother and sister back here taking care of the mail. Work in YHWH's printery begins typesetting department. Look at what our people are doing. The so-called Black American is lazy, huh? Don't want nothing, right? Wrong. YHWH's printery. This was created by the Nation of YHWH, foundational Black Americans who are truly Israel. YHWH's designers and clothiers. Gabriel's upholstery shop, rebuilding old waste. YHWH's cabinet makers. See, look at these people. Are these people lazy? Are these people not self-sufficient? Are these people not willing to learn? Wrong. Titan's wholesale appliances available to the public from the Nation of YHWH. Yosef's electrical maintenance. These are images from the Nation of YHWH. See how they're dressed? Like the Nation of YHWH. The way YHWH ben YHWH taught us, an all-white head covering. Naphtali's Roofing Company. YHWH's A&V Productions. YHWH's Layout Department. YHWH's Dark Room and Photo Lab. You can see here, the sister here is making clothes. Making clothes and doing seamstress work. There was a Nation of YHWH in the 80s and 90s and in Miami, Florida, and all over the United States that was doing the same thing that Black leaders are asking for. I'm not talking about specific people. I'm speaking in general. You don't have to look that far. This existed then. It's almost like living in a parallel universe that we have people who are asking for these things to be self-sufficient and independent, and we possess those recently. Now, with that being said, who do you want to follow? follow the teachings of YHWH, Beit Num Sophit, YHWH, Yahweh ben Yahweh. Learn about him. Learn about Yahweh, his Father, the creator of all the universe and the heavens therein. Learn about this knowledge. Don't you want to follow someone or learn about somebody's teachings and leadership that brought things that you asked for in our time right now? Don't you want to learn that? Wouldn't you say, this man did all these things for us, so let's find out about him? Let's not just put up traditional leaders that America put in front of you. No disrespect to Martin Luther King, to Rosa Parks, to Malcolm X. No disrespect to any leader that we have. They all played a great role. But there was a man who came saying that you are the children of Israel, the true children of the Bible, the true descendants of Yahweh, who actually built a nation, an economic base of schools, businesses, grocery stores, hotels, trucking companies right now during our time. Wouldn't you want to learn about him? This stuff is insane that a few of us know about it. It's like living in the multiverse. It existed in our time. Only a few of us know. Only a few of us are interested. And you tell any other black leader, a social media, political figure, black athlete, and all they talk about is Black Wall Street, the Marcus Garvey movement, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, and you've already had somebody who, if you had to follow him completely, would have already set us up for wealth and empowerment today. This is Black Gods of Yahweh Media. I want to say again, peace and shalom. Until the next video.